Okay, right. Usual quick check just to make sure everything's going all right, because there's always an update, and things can break after updates. Right, but we all seem to be good, so I'm going to do the usual introduction. Obviously, there's not going to be any audio or video from the shows we're going to be watching tonight. Just basically the easy way to get around the copyright stuff. That's why I call it BYOC. Bring your own copy. And to help facilitate that, there is, well, I like that word, facilitate. There's the sync timer there, which I will start when the episode starts. And then that way we're all on the same point. And if you need to pause the stream, or you're watching this on the VOD later, or whatever the reason, we can be synced up to not within like a couple of seconds, allowing for Twitch's nonsense. Right. Oh, hello. Hang on. Oh, something went wrong there. Hang on. Oh, okay. There you go. Good. So I had a little warning thing pop up there. That was a bit worrying. Right. Also, as part of that, I will do a 5-second countdown, and on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and on go, I'll start the timer, start the episode, and we're all good to go. Right. Oh, sorry. Lunch is coming back. Dinner's coming back on me. Right, so yeah, going to be 2 episodes of The Expanse. Today's been another one, and I knew today was going to be like this, which is why I've done this for like 2 episodes rather than 3. Yeah, today's been a busy day. Good evening. I mean, yeah, a good day. Again, nice and productive, just how I like it. But it's also a busy day, so lots of going backwards and forwards and doing stuff. So that was fun, but hopefully I won't have to do it again for a while. But yeah, so yes, 2 episodes of The Expanse again tonight. A Shot in the Dark for episode 7. Did I get this right? Episode 7, 8, yes, good. And The One-Eyed Man, which sounds a bit suggestive. Now, based on where we are in the plot line, I don't know if it's... I think we're coming up on the episode where there's a thing involving an eyeball. Now, I say this because I have a major phobia of things going into my skull, which makes dental stuff, if you imagine, quite tricky. But primarily into the eyes, that's like even worse for me. I don't know if it's exactly episode 7 or 8, but it's around this thing, and obviously it wasn't the last one, so we're coming up on that point. And whilst it's not particularly graphic, I've been told, I've not watched it because of the aforementioned phobia. It is something to, if you'll pardon what I'm about to say, keep an eye out for. I can't believe I just said that. Just because it is like, And then lucky enough, I had a friend warn me. He was like, "Yeah, Chris, I know you're watching The Expanse, but whatever the episode was, just be warned." And I'm like, "Why?" It's got your phobia in it, and he was like, "Oh dear." Should we say the warning clue is, and I can still remember this, is when one of the characters mentions something about viscous fluids. I think it's the scientist lady, when she talks about stuff like that. Because there's the whole eye infection and all that other gubbins. That's when I'm going to be like, nope. So that's basically why. So I think I mentioned before as well, again, just so everyone's all on the same page. After next week, so not next week, but the week after, I'm going to have a little pause on watching The Expanse, because Dune 2 is on Prime at the moment, and I haven't seen that yet. And I really do want to see it. So if we assume that it is still available on Prime in 2 weeks, starting from today, which if you're watching some VOD, ignore that, then yeah, 2 weeks from today, then we're going to be watching Dune 2, which is apparently a good film, but it's about two and a bit hours. Like, it's only about 2 hours, 20 minutes. So not something we can have like a little pause or intermission in the middle, which honestly, I think that's something that cinemas for long films should bring back as an intermission, so you can go to the bathroom or something. Or get yourself some snacks, anything like that. Right, okay. So, again, the rest of these episodes, they're all for the season, like they're just looking on the screen here, they're all about 15. Yes, this one is A Shot in the Dark, so I'm going to get everything all queued up. There we go. Oh, okay, they've changed the thingy. They've changed the interface, I don't like it. All right. Right, so as always, we do not skip the intros. Okay. And oops. Sorry, just they moved everything around, it's thrown me off. Okay, right, here we go. Good to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Violence, foul language. Yeah, the interface has changed. Not change confuses and angers me. But yeah, now most episodes and most shows we don't skip the intros, but the Expanse, as I've mentioned time and time and time again, yeah, how very dare they mess with the controls? Although it may have been to do with the subtitles and bits and pieces like that, because I know sometimes the subtitles don't always sync up properly, so they may have just gone, screw it, let's just revamp everything. I mean, I've not noticed any problems, but I imagine it's cool enough for some folks. Oh, I found out as well that the Science Museum in London, they're doing a Star Trek exhibition. Yeah. And that's reasonably easy for me to get to. Oh yeah, because they had the massive tsunami go across the entire planet, didn't they? And basically, yeah. This the 60th anniversary. Yeah, it's like a couple of my friends were oh, we're in London. It's like, yes. That's the thing. Is like it's obviously without giving away exactly where I live. It is within an acceptable travel distance for me. Like it's about 90 minutes, which is cross London travel, not bad. Anyway, enough about that. Yes, she's doing the eye scanning thing, which is again I am starting to think it's like, what are they brewing there? Is that moonshine? Yeah, because this is like an arc-like situation. They don't know how long they have to stay in there. Oh no, there could be water filtering. Yep, rationing out the. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Yep. Yeah, for now. But yeah, you have to. What's the word? Stop that from becoming a thing. What a surprise! Lovely. They did not. Yeah, they're not going to last a couple of days down there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, all the fusion systems have been turned off. Yeah, yeah, because they had to do a low orbit so they could save resources, and it's now kicking them in the butt. Yay, science! Yeah, that shuttle just got disintegrated. Hmm. It's a shame they don't have resources to sort of, yeah, but do they really want to? Hmm. Oh, hello. What's got his attention? Oh, it's a different person. So very surprised, alien microbes. I mean, at least they're addressing it, and it's like, yeah, we checked the planet, it's all good, yeah, but they didn't check for microbes. That's one way of putting it. Oh, there you go. And again, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Pollen on a also as well, that's actually a fair response. It could just be this planet's equivalent of hay fever, but it could be a lot worse. Once again, Mercury is an asshole, but he's right. And whilst I despise the character, I like the way he's been portrayed. In that, yeah, the guy is a complete freaking douchebag and a dingleberry of the highest order, but he's right, and I think that's what makes it even worse. Yeah, it's like this is basically a massive dampening field on anything fusion related. Well, you've got a choice: you lose your family or you lose your all. You probably won't be able to have both. Unfortunately, that lithium is what's making the ship heavy because it's caught in the gravity well. Okay, right. How long before we get the first F bomb? Last time it was about 9 minutes. Once again, top tier costume design. There we go. 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Mm, she's not happy. Oh, Yeah. Yeah, 3 points is not much. I love her as a character. It's like, yeah, he always strikes me as the kind of guy who doesn't raise his voice. The sort calm and collected type of person. So when he says something like that, that's like his version of basically shouting at her. He's not happy. Also, again, her dresses amazing. Oh yes, the naughty boy in Aros. Yeah, he wanted to be seen. Yeah, he's not stupid. He wanted to have been noticed, but not be obvious that he was being noticed. Mm-hmm. That's a, that's assuming he's actually on there. That's a good. That's that sounds like the better option to me. I mean, I personally would go for the strike team approach. Destroying their drive core type thing. But I'm not the president of Earth, so hmm, no shit. So, and again, he comes across as the, like I say, he's a douchebag, but he's right, which is annoying. I'm kind of glad I didn't kill the character off. Oh, great. There we go. So we're just basically walking buffets for them. Yeah, that's it. Vitreous fluid. That's the one, not viscous fluid. So the next time she mentions that, mm, that's not good. Hmm, lovely. Yeah, it's yeah. Again, he's right. Yep, everyone's getting the gunky eyes. And the worst thing is you can't really even feel it just as such. They're just setting up home and oof. Damn. Oh yeah, because he lost his parents, didn't he? Oh, well, a lot of people did. Yeah. So all you can see is just green. Yeah. So he's effectively blind. Once again, one of the reasons why I love Amos as a character. He has certain rules and things that even he won't do. But is he's a kid in distress? His first instinct protect. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna get worse. Enclosed environment. Because obviously, I imagine they have to use you. What can I put it? Biological needs have to be attended to. I suspect they probably don't have a way to dispose of that either. That looks like a messed up version of Britain. If the Rossonati there. Oh, that is such a cool shot. Hmm. Yeah, you're going to remember it a lot more for sure. She did. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Moments like this, all you can do, tell the truth. I like being human. Yep. What's it? Have they changed the ratio of the bars, or am I imagining that? I'm gonna look into that. Oh, oh, I think this might be the scene that I was. We're getting close. I think we're getting close to it. Yes, you made a smart move bringing that the yeah. Yep. Yeah. That. Yeah. I kind of get what she's. Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't choose it. Yeah, you might. If you'd have known the shit he's been through, you probably wouldn't. But again, you know, effectively a freighter pilot versus a scientist going to have different attitudes on life. A lot. Oh, for fudge's sake. Yep. Of course you're serious. Yeah, you're going to be telling me the truth. Yep, it's a pressure box in a small enclosed environment. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a good situation for him to be in. Yep. That's the look of a man who is just like, oh, we are fudged. Oh, oh, hello. So, a class of about 10 people, that's got to be some prestigious class he's teaching there. An apple for teacher. That's how a lot of people feel every day. Yep. Bit of honesty. Ooh. Yeah, there's something to be said about, a person who is speaking calmly and softly, who never raises their voice, like, because then, you listen to them more. And that guy's doing a great job of doing that. It's like, yeah, calm, you listen. Like, he's not being, deceitful. He's not hiding the truth from her. He's just basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Now, I can't think. Anyway, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, yeah, little engineer right there. Oh, yeah, little hydroponics bay. I've got that turned. Oh, that'll be expensive. That'll be very expensive. Yeah, getting a box of sand from Earth delivered to Mars would be a lot of money. Probably like the equivalent of like several £1,000 now. Cables. Uh, there we go. I don't know what the name of that trope is. Okay, this is an audacious plan. This is an audacious plan of what they're about to do. Oh, that's. I mean, again, that is an audacious plan. I don't know, we can just. Yeah, the other dude's like, that's. What? Yeah, she's starting to think. That's a good sign. It's like, excellent. Dude in the background's face is like, that's a proud uncle like expression. That is. It's like, oh yeah, she's gonna make a good engineer. She's on my ship. Hell yeah. Yeah, that is 100% a proud uncle expression. Ah, excuse me. And there's the douchebag side again. See, again, like, oh yeah, he's making sense. Oh, and yep, there you go. He's been a dick. That's yeah, that sounds a bit ominous the way she said that. Again, the little marks, little green marks around the eyes. Mm-hmm. He could be a problem, a very big, dangerous problem. But Amos isn't stupid. Oh, well, at least they have some water, but they don't have the purification tablets. Of course, that could also be the bathroom. And now the guy's going to go off on a rampage. There we go. There's the spark. Oh, got any leeches for this? And yeah, that's what happened to the other guy as well. Yeah. Oh, right on his head. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. Shame he wasn't looking. Oh, and the glowing. So if even one touches you, you're dead. Oh, they're everywhere. They're flipping everywhere. Like a nest. Yeah, this room's now off limits. Yeah, that's another problem to put on the list. Death slugs. I still would say go with the marine surgical strike option rather than the blow them up. Yeah, I think this is the right call, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. That is what you call surgical precision. It's like literally boom, through their engine, through their drive system, ship just stops having propulsion. That's like a Oh, hello. Hey. Hello, Fuzzball. I have been joined by Cat. Hello. That was such a good shot. I mean, it's a railgun, so those things travel pretty dang fast, those projectiles. Hello. This feels like a sort of you know early 2000s FPS shooter. Oh, and now the poo is meeting the air circulation device. Oops. Everyone's been taken out. Did they... What's the word? Fusion core explosion type thing? Right, okay. So, that's going to confuse me. Right, we are going to have a... I'll stop that right now. There we go. We're going to have a break now for cutters. It's literally only going to be about 2 or 3 minutes, if that. A perfect opportunity, get up, stretch your legs, do whatever it is you need to do, and we come back and we will watch part 2, or as I should really be calling it, episode 8. So yeah, back in a bit. Okay, and I'm back. Well, I didn't really go that far because a certain fuzzball has decided to claim my lap again. Right. So there you go. Well, I'm just making sure that the spoiler thingy is working. I haven't really needed it, but it's good to check. And I tried it earlier, wasn't working. Seems to be working now, which is good, very good. Right. Okay, so we are all good to go. We're going to crack on with the next episode. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the cat game. One moment. What's the matter? Sorry, someone's being affectionate. I know. You always do this in the evenings, don't you? Because you know you have a captive audience. I swear that's what it is. Right, okay. So, we go again. Again, this is confusing me. The controls are in a different position. It confuses and angers me. Right. Oh, God, I've just seen that the episode's called The One-Eyed Man. And what's it? What's the phrase? Oh, in the kingdom of the... What's it? In the kingdom... Oh, what's it? In the country of the blind, the one-eyed... Give me a second. In the place of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, or something like that. There we go. All right. God, that was annoying me. Right. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, yes. I know you come to join us, haven't you? Flashing images, violence, alcohol use, and foul language. Right, well, that's Avasarala in the first 8 minutes. In the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. That's the one. That's it. I thought that's what was going through my head, but part of my brain was going, that doesn't sound right, but I should trust my instincts. So, obviously, Holden, whatever it is, isn't affected by the slug gunk. Everyone else is and starting to go blind. Me no likey that. Me no likey. Oh, special appearance by Thomas Jane, which is means Miller's going to be turning up in this episode. Granted, it could also just be for a briefing or even a flashback, but they have to credit him. But still, I know. Give me the fuzzball. This is a civilian relaxation thing. Even just like, oh, wow. That is one heck of a wardrobe she's got there. Damn. Like, oh yeah, that's a picture of her son under the seriously, that's an impressive freaking wardrobe she's got. And I mean that both as a character and as the from this costume department. As I said, I've made no illusions of hiding my appreciation for good quality costumes and stuff like that. Yep. Like as I said, he wanted to be seen. Of course she is. No, climb on the keyboard, please. Thank you. Okay, there you go. He's not happy. Oh dear. Oh, damn, that hurt. That was, you know, I think he would have hurt her less if he had slapped her around the face. But sometimes people need to have that metaphorical kick up the butt. So I'll say even the like I don't want to say like the B grade actors because that implies that they're of lesser quality. But even the non-main characters have been very good. That that is her holding a temper. A lot of tension in this room right now. A lot of tension in the room. Mm-hmm. I mean, that ship is basically like a space station. Gives me sort of Babylon 5 vibes sometimes. Yeah, like you can always imagine this is like the prototype for what would become the Babylon stations later. Or maybe in the future someone went, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's use that. Oof. Ah, yes. Yep, those slugs are everywhere. And whilst he is at the moment immune, he might not be for long enough. Yeah, it's like, yeah, those little buggers are everywhere. That also the whole thing about using the that tether. is a freaking audacious plan, but if it works, yeah, that's the sort of thing you can just brag to people about for the rest of your chuffing life. Yeah, yeah, but you can't see shit. You can't see much right now. There you go. Uh, have some happy drugs. That's it. You go bye. You go sleepy now. And that's actually a pretty good idea. Just although I imagine that stinks. Yeah, Amos is freaking out. But he knows he's freaking out, so he's working everything to control it. Yeah, everybody's on edge, obviously. You want there, Fuzzball? So someone's being very snuggly right now. Yeah, because she can't. So he can see she can translate. Oh, great, neurotoxin. Fantastic. Neurotoxins are nasty. Hmm. Yeah, because he's basically a genetic chimera or something, isn't he? There we go. That's what I was trying to remember. It was that version of it. The land of the blind. So I think it's one of those ones. There's like multiple different versions of it, but that's the version I was trying to remember. Ah, Mars. So we're back to seeing what Bobby's doing. Oh, waking up in bed. After having a good night by the looks of it. Mmm, waffles or pancakes. Ooh. Yeah, so that's a journey. She's not happy. Oh, oh dear. Cat sneeze. Okay. That was my fault for brushing against your nose, wasn't it? If they're paying a lot. Yep, there we go. Thank you. Base. Yep. And when you're getting paid that amount of cash, it's got to be something. Yeah. I mean, she can afford stuff now, but still. Mm. This is freaking genius what Naomi and Felicia are building. Yep. You got two big ships basically pulling on a cable that's a kilometre long and about an inch thick. This is audacious. But you know what? Fortune favours the bold, as they say. Still, I would not want to have to be, you know, this is one of the sort of things there's like 1,000 possible places this could go wrong. That should, yeah, that's why they had a kilometre as a buffer. Yeah, like I say, that guy's got the expression like over proud uncle. Yep. Yeah, about to say that you still need the components. That's a good thing about those. Oh, excuse me. Oh, oh, yeah, that's a. That's a lot of the slugs. Yeah, he's lost. He's losing it. Perhaps it's the whole being blind. It can be terrifying for some people. Obviously, everyone copes with trauma differently. Can't. Well, you can. Yeah, he's not in a good state. Now, remember how Holden and Amos were right at the beginning? It was pretty much a case of, I'm going to kill you if I have to. That's what we call character growth, and we like to see it. Once again, Ashford, he is a pragmatist. Hi. Oh, hello. Hello. Yep, he's also charismatic and intelligent, which makes him very dangerous. Yep. Oh, that's yeah. And like I said, Clay Asford is nothing but a pragmatist. I, I love how it's almost, but not quite, like a father-daughter relationship between these two, or you know, not exactly that, but there is that, that vibe. Obviously, Ashford did have a kid until unfortunate events. Hence why he has that big burn across his face and chest. And once again, once again I'm reminded how freaking tall Bobby is. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna have to find out how. Just my own curiosity or something. Oh, it's drummer. It's drummer. Sorry. Frankie Adams. That's it. Okay, apparently she's 5'11", so she's about my height. It just means everyone else is shorter. Yeah, she's about my height. Wow. I mean, I'm 5'10" in a bit, so. He's got a valid point. Wow. I need to change something. Music played by Paul Schulz. Yeah, I'm just checking to see something. Okay, so he's 5'9". Oh, fair enough. It's just the way they put the camera positions made her look a lot taller. Hmm. Ah, that's why he was wigging out. He's getting a trauma flashback, which is a horrible way of thinking. Sorry, I was just smacking a slug. No, but he's close to losing it. Kind of is, in a way. Oh, here we go. Hmm. No, no. I just saw the text. Syringe whirls. Yeah. I'm just looking at the subtitles. Looking at the subtitles. Syringe whirls. Ah! Oh, I caught the end of it. I caught the end of it. That was unpleasant. Oh, that's my that's some nightmare fuel right there. Yeah. Oh yeah. When he got microwaved. Yep. His radiation treatment. Yep. His medical treatments. Ooh. So so him basically being irradiated on Eros has just ironically saved quite a few people's lives. Great success. Again, her outfits. Ugh. Yeah, it's very sort of understated clothing she's wearing today, but she makes sense for a eulogy. Well, it's more of a memorial. Oh, there you go, memorial. Yeah, because she's lost a son who was a marine before, so I imagine this is not bringing back a lot of good memories for her. Yep. That's she literally does. So it's like that's not It's not usual politician nonsense. She's now realising that she's basically putting other parents through what she had to go through. Focus on the gal in the background. Oop. Oh yeah, there you go. That's one thing to put your chemical knowledge towards instead of chemical entertainment, shall we say? I imagine that would look good in his report. It's a well shit type thing. Waffles. Hmm. Yeah, she's yeah. Europa's a long way away. She kind of is, just not for who you think. Yeah, this ain't going well. That is. What's that with you? Hey, just got some waffles. Hello, cat. Come to. What are you purring for? Oh, gosh, she's got some good stuff. Yep. No idea. Yeah, that's going to happen. Yep. I mean that can't tell what year or anything else that is, but that looks like a decent quality bottle right there. Probably some like Martian whiskey or something like that, which is good. Oh, here we go. Is the going to be the tether maneuver? Oh, that's one hell of a view, but that would be terrifying. Yeah, this is a risky maneuver to put it politely. So yeah, that cable's like that thick, like an inch and a half maybe across. This is going to be a threading the needle maneuver. I mean, it's freaking audacious, but this is going to be sweet when it gets it works if it works. Yep, don't go too fast. So obviously they have, and then they need like ideally a kilometer because of distances to slow down. Because obviously there's no friction in space, even with brushing against the atmosphere like the barb is. It's that is they are trusting their lives and all of that iridium to a 1 maybe 2 inches thick cable that was jury rigged out of mining nets and is now going to have to hold two ships together. Locked and loaded. Yeah, and yeah, yeah, because you can't go too fast at once, otherwise it could snap everything. You got to do it carefully. Yeah, if the ship was a bit higher, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. But because her orbit's decaying, they're having to fight basically that planet's gravity and pulling it, and the ship's mass, and the cargo's mass, and everything else as well, all at once. Don't count your chickens yet. Odd. So I've been stared at by a cat. That's pretty good. That's a good idea. Treat it on yourself first. I mean, to be fair, Amos was blind, but still, you know. Oof. Yeah. It's like, where did this beach come from? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of that. Looks like, pollen. Yeah. That wasn't a beach before. now it now it's an ocean. Yep. That's quite optimistic, isn't it? But I was right, yeah, last time you saw this landscape, it was basically a mining quarry. Now it's an ocean. Like, what images? Yeah, that's not something that was broadcast. It's like, this planet just terraformed itself basically overnight. He's angry now. Very angry. Yeah. Tell me about him shouting. She knows. Like, you can just see it on her face. He's like, that's probably the first time in years, if ever, she's ever heard him shout. Right. I, he could have slapped her and it would have done less emotional damage. Exactly. Right, everyone queue up for your vaccination. Yeah, I imagine this is going to make their eyes itch for a while. Oh, I forgot about that. Eerie music. There he is. Oh, he can't talk. He's glitching. Well, there we go. Okay. Right. So, as I... Yeah, EEP is a appropriate way of... It's like... Because if you view the mirror that Holden's talking to as basically like a sort of sentient program of engram, I suppose, whatever you want to call it, and he's glitching like that, that's not a good sign. That's very much not a good sign. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. I will be back streaming on Tuesday with some more Star Trek Online, and like I say, not the Friday coming up next, but like 2 weeks from today, in effect, we're going to be watching Dune 2, because I really want to watch that. That assumes, obviously, that it's still on Prime, which it probably should still be, but if it isn't, well, I'll make an executive decision on the day, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, no, I'm going to say goodnight, and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.